your shoulders like a storm that never blows over. Dial a number for a friendly ear. Jay's the power to chase your fear. Lost in shadows, feeling so alone. Pick up the phone, you're not on your own. Words of kindness heal a broken heart. Jay's the one to give you a fresh start. Jay's just a call away when you're feeling low. A friend who listens when you've got nowhere to go. Through the highs and lows, she'll stay. Dial that number, Jay's just a call away.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to make sure it was recording. All right, so we're in a situation and you're not where you want to be right now in life. Maybe you had this great plan that right now, years ago, you made this plan that right now you would have had certain things that you've always wanted. Maybe it's that car, your favorite car. You thought you would have had it by now. Maybe it's a favorite job. Maybe you had that job and lost it. Or you thought you would have had that job by now and you don't have it yet. Maybe you thought you would be married by now. Or maybe you were married and you're divorced and you thought that would never happen to you. Or maybe you were in a relationship and a relationship ended. Or maybe you've never been in a relationship yet and you thought you would have been in a relationship by now. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you're having relationship problems, it's not perfect, and you never thought that, you would find yourself in that kind of relationship and, you're going through so many problems. Or maybe you're just going through depression like we talked about. You're going through sadness, loneliness, you feel hopeless. Just basically you're not happy with where you are right now, or you're not happy with yourself. My answer to you would be, so what? Okay? I want you to take a moment and think about this answer. So what? So what if you don't have that job that you always wanted? So what if you don't have the house by now that you always dreamed of having and you thought by now you would have had that house? So what? So what if you're not married and others are married and you thought you would be married with a family by now and you're not and others are? So what? So what if you had a job and you lost it and right now you don't have a job? So what? So what if you don't have a car? So what if you never had a relationship before? So what if you're still single? So what if, nobody wants to date you? So what if you're in a perfect relationship and it ended and you never thought it would end? So what? Has the world ended for you? Have you stopped being who you are as a result of your situation? Have you stopped breathing? Has the sun not risen up the next day because of that situation? Have you stopped experiencing and enjoying the good nature around you and good creation around you? So what? So what if you're not where you need to be in life? So what? Has that changed who you are? Has that changed your name? Has that changed the amazing person that you were born as? Let me tell you something. We are not owed anything in life, none of us. We were born with nothing in life. We are not guaranteed anything. There are some who are lucky than others. So unless you were born into a rich family or you were born into royalty, nothing is guaranteed to you in life. The only thing that is guaranteed to you in life is your life itself. Everything else that we project, that we want, these are just additions to our life. They don't define who we are. So what if we don't get them? Has that changed who we are as a person within ourselves? Think about it. So don't punish yourself for these things. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself a break. Don't punish yourself. Don't be a slave of your own mind. Don't be a prisoner of your own mind. Because when we look at these situations, which are just add on to our life, by the way, and we're not where we think we should be when it comes to acquiring some of these things, then we punish ourselves for it. We become a prisoner of our own mind. We begin to drown in our own misery. But the question is, so what? Do you think you're the only person who's going through this? Do you know that there are people going through worse than you and they're still living and finding a way to be happy? You don't have to let your situation define you. Remember what I said in my other videos? Whatever you give energy to will grow. So if you're in a situation, the more you continue to focus on the bad in that situation and continue to feed it, it's going to grow and eventually it's going to drown you. But the good news is you don't have to. There is no situation that you cannot turn around with time and with motivation and belief. Okay? Like I said, depression is a mindset problem. Turning your situation around is also a mindset problem. It's all in your head. Our projections over time become our reality. So the more you project upon yourself, eventually you start to believe your projections and they become your reality. So when you're in any situation, you want to project the good. You want to acknowledge the bad, but project the good. Because over time, your projections become your thoughts become your actions become your reality. So whenever you're feeling down, you're in a situation, maybe you haven't, achieved what you want to achieve yet. Maybe by now you thought you would have been at a certain point in life and you're not. I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, so what? Has the world ended? Have I stopped being the amazing person that I am? So what? And I guarantee you, if you start to put yourself in that mindset, your situation is going to seem less daunting, less scary, less drowning than it actually is. Because nothing is as bad as it seems. We project how bad it looks. It's our own projection. That's why when you're in a situation, it's good to talk to somebody sometimes, because we see the situation from a biased standpoint. You see the situation based on how you're in it. You can't see beyond it. That's why I say, if you're going through a situation, call me up. Say, Jay, let's talk. I'll tell you, let's talk about it. Because I may be able to see things that you can't see because you're in that situation. It's hard for you to see it objectively. Yeah, that's what I'm here to tell you today, that nothing is as bad as it seems. It's just based on our own beliefs and projections. And you can change those projections. That's the good news. You can turn things around. Look, if you're on path A in life and things are not working out, You do have the power to move on to path B and carve a totally new path. You do not have to stay on path A if path A is not working out. That's the good news. You do not have to stay stuck where you are if it's not working out. If something isn't working, change it, do something else, try something else. That's the beauty we have as humans. We have the power over our own destiny. We have the power to create our path, our own path. So if you create one path, it's not working, it's okay to change and try something else. But what is not okay is to take the failures from path A and try to recreate it on path B when you know that it would just lead to another failure. And then you keep doing the same thing over and over, and you just remain in the same situation. And you just find yourself in this circle because you're doing the same thing over and over. You just basically putting old wine in new bottles. So you want to change your situation, but each time you try another solution, you take the old solution and put it right into the new solution, and then you get the same result. Because it's just doing the same. If you keep doing the same thing, you will keep getting the same result. So I'm here to say, if you're on path A right now and it's not working out for you, and if you don't want to be there, the good news is that you don't have to be there. You have the power to change that course. You have the power to carve a totally new path for yourself. You don't have to remain where you are. Remaining where you are is a choice. It's a choice. Why? Because it's a mindset thing. Depression is a mindset problem. Remaining in a situation is a mindset problem. Changing your situation is a mindset problem. It all is all in your head. And you have the power over your mind. And if you have the power over your mind, you have the power to change the course. But sometimes you can be lost. You don't know how and where to start. And that's what I'm here for. We can talk it out. All right. So feel free to call me. Hit Jay up. Hit me up anytime and we can talk. But just take a moment. If you're going through anything right now and you're not where you need to be in life, look, don't let that define your life. Just tell yourself, so what? If you're a woman out there and maybe you wanted to have been married by a certain age and you're not married yet, so what? Has the world ended? Should you not live your life because you're not married yet? Why don't you focus on the good in your life? And then you can work towards your goal. If you're a man, the same applies to you. If you're a professional out there and you want this job and you haven't found your dream job yet and you're not making the amount of money you want to make yet, so what? Has the world ended? Have you stopped being who you are because you don't have this job? Have you stopped waking up and breathing the next day? So don't let it define you. You have the power over that situation. You have the power to keep trying new things and keep carving new paths until eventually you get a result exactly as you want or as close to what you want as possible. The bad news is that you don't know how long it's going to take. And that's where a lot of people fall behind. Because it's human nature for us to want solution right now. Most people are impatient to wait. So if they try something, it doesn't work out or it's taking too long, they lose hope, they lose motivation, they give up. You know. That's why you have to, if you go back to my first video, my very first video, we talked about motivating yourself every day, painting that picture in your mind every day. The reason you want to do that so that you don't lose hope, get lazy, get weak, get tired, and just let it go. You know, because life is busy. Life is very busy. Things come up every day. There are distractions all around us. We're distracted by a lot of things. Social media, our friends, family, work, our school. We're just distracted. You know. And the more we're distracted, the more things pile up on us in our mind. And if you're not motivating yourself to keep your goal inside, your vision inside, it's going to keep pushing at the back of your to-do list, your priority list. And over time, it will just get swept away with everything else. So that's why in my very first video, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch that one. We talked about keeping that image at the center in front of your mind every day, so that your brain knows that this is a priority. I have to work to solve this. So yes, I'm here to tell you that your situation is not as impossible as you may think it is, because any situation we're in is based on our projection. And our projection over time become our reality. And we start to see the situation based on how we are, not how it actually is. So if you're going through something out there, please hang on. Don't lose hope. If one thing didn't work out, keep trying until something sticks. But what you don't want to do is to give up. Just keep trying new solutions. And the more you practice it, your brain will become accustomed to it. And over time, you'll keep getting better and better at what you do. Because practice makes perfect. So just keep trying new things until something works for you. But don't remain in a situation that you're not happy with. If you're not happy in a situation, find a way to get out of it. If you cannot totally get out of the situation, find ways to mitigate the situation, to reduce the situation so that its effect and impact on you is lessened, is minimal. Why do you want to do that? Because situations project onto us. And what we project, what we take in becomes our reality through our thoughts and actions. So you have to look around your environment and the situation that you're in and see what works and what doesn't work. Because sometimes it's not you, it's the environment. And sometimes it's the environment, it's not the environment, it's you. So you have to know which one is the other. Is it you that's causing your own pain and suffering? Or is it the environment? Because sometimes you can be in a good environment, but because of your mindset, because you're a prisoner of your own mind, you cause your own pain and suffering. Or sometimes it's not you, you're doing everything right. But it's the environment. It's not your fault. Should you punish yourself because of that? Look, life is not fair. Life is like dealing cards. Some people deal good cards out of luck. Some of us deal bad cards. But is it because we deal bad cards so life won't go on? So what if we deal bad cards? Can we make the most out of the situation we're in rather than just giving up totally and giving up hope? Look, if you're in a bad situation, the last thing you want to give up is hope. Because if you give that up, you're going to sink even deeper. You won't be able to find your way out. So you want to hold on to hope no matter how hopeless the situation is. And after holding on to hope, you want to try and start to carve a way out for yourself. Carve an alternative. If one path isn't working, don't be afraid to try new paths. And keep trying until you get the path that's right for you. But what you do not want to do is remain where you do not need to be and think that it's going to get better when you know that it's not. You have the power to change the course of your destiny. So what are you waiting for? Look, things don't happen until you decide that they're going to happen. Nothing is going to change in your life if you don't take the first step and decide that I'm going to change certain things. Nothing's going to change if you don't decide that you're going to change certain things. You have to want to change these things, and you have to take the actions and the steps. So you don't have to remain on one course if you're not happy, if it's not working for you. And if you find yourself in a situation and you're where you do not need to be in life, and it's where you don't want to be in life right now, my answer to you is, so what? Has the world ended? Instead of being hopeless in that situation, can you look around and see, can I change this? If I can't change it, can I look for the good in this situation that will help me to thrive? What if there is nothing you can do about this situation? Because sometimes there is nothing we can do. We try everything. And yes, sometimes you can be in a situation and try everything. But it's not you. It's the problem. It's the situation. And you can't get out of it. So what? Has the world ended? Will the world end? Can you look for the good in that situation and dwell on that good, so that the bad doesn't take over and consume you? So think about it, guys. We'll talk more about this in the next video, and the next video we'll talk about other topics similar to this. Again, this is Jay Listens. This is a motivational and inspirational channel. Feel free, to reach out to me. My website is on my page, on my channel page. Feel free. Or you can just call me directly. Let's talk about these things. My number is +1 862 373 8625. If you're not in the US, it's the same number. Contact me on WhatsApp. It's +1 862 373 8625. If you're going through any problem out there and you need somebody to talk to, call me. I'm Jay, and I'm here to listen, because you deserve to be heard. Sometimes you're in a situation and you just think it's so bad, but it may not be as bad as you think. Sometimes talking about it can help you to see the light that you're looking for. So call me up and let's talk. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to comment and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, okay?